now, this is the Fox 11 News at 6.
The coronavirus is changing the dynamic between employee and employer.
Certainly is. Both have new rights, new obligations. Marla Tellez here to explain. Marla.
Navigating the pandemic is new for everyone, whether you're a boss or report to the boss. Times have changed during the coronavirus crisis. I spoke to an attorney who specializes in workplace rights.
I get calls from individuals that don't feel their employers have taken all the necessary steps or precautions.
The number one question LA-based employment law attorney Marla Reddock-Wright is getting these days is from employees wondering, do I have to report to work even if I feel the environment isn't properly prepped to fight the coronavirus?
Unless you have a note from your doctor saying you have a pre-existing condition that would make it difficult for you to come back to that work environment, then you pretty much have to go back to work.
However, she says it is the employer's obligation and duty to provide a safe workspace, so much so that
some of the normal rules go out the door and employers can go a little further to make sure they are creating that safe work environment.
This means employers can require employees to take daily temperature checks. They can ask employees about symptoms and testing. They can also send an employee home if they are exhibiting any COVID-19 symptoms. But what they can't do.
Can an employer fire somebody because they have COVID?
Absolutely not.
Employers also must notify staff immediately if an employee tests positive while keeping the identity of that person anonymous. Reddock-Wright says an infected worker under federal law is guaranteed at least 2 weeks paid leave.
They have the right to time off, extended time off to care for themselves or to care for an ailing family member.
And under the Federal CARES Act, the same holds true for employees with children who now have to homeschool.
And time off, this is different from what we've seen before, just simply to be there for your child in the event that as children have been being educated from home.
And that is a good note to end on for all you parents out there watching. Now, also, if you're now working from home, it is your employer's obligation to make sure that you have all the equipment that you need to be able to perform your job, whether that's a laptop, Wi-Fi, whatever it is up to your employer to provide.
Why do I sense we're going to get a few calls from some viewers?
Yeah, it's a good, it's a good piece these days because this is just, as we say, just such a new time for everybody involved.
Yeah, it really is.
And she has a website, by the way, Reddock-Wright.com. So she's your good resource.
Good
Call
info,
her.
Marla. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Right, we need her.